Hey gang, just a quick sneak peek here. Designed the DrBossKey with the peeking and the sneaking. And one of the things that we've been working on trying to solve is we previously had a weapon set called the laser stasis field in the game. And the thing is that it was using additive blending, which made it very difficult to render on top or to control the rendering order. So we have here, we can see we have our player weak spot. And this player weak spot we want on top of everything all the time. So player bullets, enemy bullets if possible. Well, not enemy bullets if possible. Yeah, I think, and geometry. I think those are the main things, but also in front of the player. Those are the biggest things, right? So you always need to be able to see where you can take damage from, and the moment you can't, it creates, even if you know where it's at, it creates anxiety, right? So, and it's also just bad gameplay. So this is the laser field now. So what we wound up doing is we wound up using our, we use the, I'll just flip over and show which one is it. Here we go. Clip. Let's see. It's one of these. One of these. Got a lot of weapons in the game. There it is. Aha. So we have the essentially the Reaper as scythe that we turned to gold, and we've been using that. So what we did is we took that and we did a smaller version, but more importantly, conveyance wise, because this is a lot of visual noise. Now you can see that you can see your player weak spot over the top of it. Super important. Yeah, and so we got a little bit of sparky effects in there, whatnot. This is such a fun weapon to use. And as I'm using it, one of those things is that you have this nice like defensive layering, you know, so depending on where you started, if you're going backwards, and you can cross over and kind of create these really neat little patterns. And of course, the most important thing ever is that you can, you know, do your initials, because, you know, who doesn't want to write their initials in a game with weaponry, right? Huh? Anyways, done being silly. Thank you for the feedback and the playtesting on this. This came from, let me just double check here. I think it was Aruku, or, oh wait, he's not in our normal shmup. Back to Shmup Creator, and here we go. And I even have some updates, but I got to check that in a minute because I don't want to read those. Yeah, so a little shout out. Thank you, Ruko. I think that's probably how you say it. They were doing they were doing playtests one of the first times, and they were using this weapon, and that visual conveyance was really bugging them. It's bugging me too, so it took about longer than I expected. So, but the rule of thumb is if you want to control layering for your visual effects using the FX attached to your player or other things, you have to put it out into a manual layer inside the engine. But if you were using additive blending, either the bullet or a particle effect, which are really nice because they make them they get brighter over the because of the way that the alpha channel blends, or lack of alpha channel blends, the way the engine actually renders it. So as a result, it then looks nice and glowy, but the problem is that it's going to cover up if you have critical information. So in this case, the player weak spot. All right, that's it. A little sneak peek. Thank you very much. This build will hopefully be out in about a few days. We'll see. We're going to make a nice delta to this, and we'll talk to everyone soon.